everyone. Welcome to this day. It is a Monday, May 13th, and we got some nice weather coming to you for the next few days, but there's a lot of rain on the way. I'll tell you about that in just a moment. On our show today, Steve Parsons will be here from the third board and give us an update on some finance things as well as energy. Also, Eileen Ordway is here from the Village Library, and she's going to talk about, well, a couple different sections that they have that can certainly help you out. One of them, especially as we make our way to the summer, a travel section. And today we also have a guest on, Yvonne Church, from the Christians Women's Connection. And she's going to talk about an upcoming meeting, and we'll bring you a segment from RadNet as well. Now, as far as meetings today, there are none. No meetings today and no open meetings here for Monday. So let's get right to the weather. And it's kind of humid out today, right? That's because we are going to warm up, and the sun will be coming out like we did yesterday to some nice weather. But it is also foggy out there from the coastal areas. Not much inland. Well, really, I should say inland past Saddleback Mountains, but up and hill, the Orange County coast and all is really kind of socked in with fog. That'll go away, and we'll have a pretty nice sunny day today. Same thing tomorrow. We're going to be in the low to mid 70s. The real change comes Thursday. There's a system that is coming down, and actually this is a good size system for this time of the year. And Northern California is going to get a lot of this, the bulk of it, but as it makes its way down here, they are predicting anywhere from a ½ inch to an inch of rain throughout Southern California from Thursday into Friday. Now, Friday shouldn't be too much as we get to the late afternoon, but the system on Thursday and then possibly overnight to Friday could bring in a decent amount of rain. So right now my rain gauge shows just under, I think I'm 24.7 inches. So maybe we'll make it to 25 inches since January 1st. I think that might happen. All right, here we are around the county today. Looking really nice once this fog goes away. Everything's looking nice. The beaches are going to average about 68, everywhere else in the mid-70s. Arrowhead, look at that, beautiful up there at 68. Palm Springs beginning to warm back up again at 96. And beautiful San Diego, 74 degrees. I got to get down there. Love San Diego. Probably the Del Mar Fair. We go every year, which I think starts in mid-June or towards the end of June. Just giving you a heads up on that. I like that fair. All right, I want to give you a heads up too. We are going to be at the end of this month, May 31st. The channel guide for analog television will be discontinued after Friday, May 31st. That means residents that with televisions plugged directly into the wall will no longer have a channel guide. However, you can rent an HD converter box. And what we're going to do is get Chuck Holland on, I don't know this week, but hopefully within the next couple of weeks, and he's going to go over this more in detail. But really, as he made a statement here, we can't turn back time to the age of analog television. So they've been kind of lagging behind on that. Over the last couple of years, though, there's been the push to get this all digital, and we're just about there. So we'll get him on probably in another week, this week, maybe next week, to talk more about this. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Hi, I'm Sharon. I am so pleased to welcome you to JTV. We're a 24/7 home shopping network focused exclusively on jewelry and gemstones. And because we believe every woman deserves to be lifted up, we love to help her sparkle, keep her informed, and make her smile. Our viewer is passionate about jewelry and gemstones, and we share her passion. Because of that, she keeps coming back. making us one of the top retailers in the United States. We sell extraordinary products at extraordinary prices. Welcome to JTV.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
When you travel with AAA, you get more than a vacation. You get exclusive AAA member benefits, special offers on unforgettable experiences, and the travel planning knowledge of your own AAA travel agent. When you travel with AAA, you get the vacation of your dreams. To save on a pleasant holidays vacation, visit your local AAA travel agent today.
Welcome back. With me right now is Steve Parsons, who is on the third board. In fact, he's the first vice president. And today you're here. You're filling in for Rosemary. She's not feeling well, and you're kind of filling in a little bit for the treasurer report. But really, you're going to talk about who's taking over that. You used to do it, so I think you're well capable. So welcome, sir. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks. Thanks. Good to be here.
So first is strategic planning, and this is looking at a 3 to 5 year kind of a program, right?
Right.
And it's something that I think other boards are looking at it too, more short-term things.
Yeah. For Third Mutual, we've been meeting over the last month, and we'll still have some more meetings coming up. And we're looking at not only the requirements for next year, but over the next 5 years.
Right.
And we're doing things like, can we slow down some programs to put money into other programs and accelerate them, such as waistline remediation.
Right.
We know that really pays off. It stops leaks, things like that. So can we somewhat cannibalize some other programs that we've come up to a certain level that's acceptable right now, and maybe divert some funds that way.
And some of those, I know you've talked about this in the past, that you know, putting them out on a much longer plan could end up costing more money, like the waistline. Not just the cost of the rising cost of repairs, but the problem that you could have these things leaking or bursting or whatever could be happening. So the sooner something like that gets fixed, the better.
Insurance companies would appreciate that also.
Yes, I bet they would.
So another thing that we've done recently is our CEO, Jeff Parker, had pulled together a meeting for strategic planning, and the people that were in it were all of the executive councils for the different mutuals, United, Third, GRF. And that was the presidents, vice presidents, secretaries, and treasurers. We spent a whole day together, and some things we came up with, I'll just mention.
Sure.
Some 3-year goals that we're looking at for the entire village is to ensure financial stability and longevity. And looking at how programs work that way. These are not in any priority sequence, by the way.
All right.
Okay. Improve customer service to meet residents' needs and concerns. We're doing some automation and things there. Attract, develop, and retain highly qualified staff. Implement technology advances and upgrade our infrastructure. And we all know that a lot of us are definitely involved in infrastructure upgrade. But how can we balance these things out? You know, you can't really be lopsided in a lot of these things.
Right.
You got to keep a lot of things going at the same time. But anyway, there's going to be more to come on that, more to come on strategic planning for Third Mutual as well.
Okay, very good. You also wanted to talk about the new treasurer. Unfortunately, Jack Connolly had to leave the board.
Well, he's going to remain on the board. It's just his health issues.
Very good.
Have taken him where he can't spend as much time as he'd like to.
Okay, that's good.
So
I didn't know
he's
he was going to be
still going to be involved with the investment committee that's going on.
Very good.
As well as working with the committee for water.
Okay.
But in the meantime, last week we nominated and elected John Pearlstone to become the new treasurer. And he comes from a CPA background. Definitely into finding nuts and bolts, things like that. Sometimes you have to slow him down a little bit.
Okay.
But he's young and it's great.
All right. Now, another important thing, as we know, is energy. And
right.
You know, there's a task force that all the boards are involved with, which is a good thing because this affects everyone,
Oh, it does.
regardless of
Yeah.
where they live.
Yeah, and I really like that task force. They have to look out several years in advance and see where the industry's going to be, see where they want us to be, and then we have to figure out how to make that work into our plans, if we can even do that.
Okay.
So these are people that are, come from strong backgrounds, and we like that. We also incorporate some of the energy things in our M&C committee, maintenance and construction. So some things that we're working on here in our own M&C area is to evaluate the infrastructure as we have it and what we need for future years. We're working with 2 consultants. One is for street lighting, and you know, we're in that right now. We just had a pilot, and
Right.
we're getting ready to develop another pilot that's coming on shortly. We have another company that's working with our total infrastructure on energy. They're going through all of Third Mutual, seeing what we have, and based on what we give them, where we need to be, what we need to do. For instance, we may need to change our transformers.
Right.
They're such low right now in drawing power that we need more power to all the units. That's why we can't do some things in here.
Okay.
And you know, some people might like to have inline hot water heater receptacles and things like that.
Right,
We
right.
can't do that because it draws too much power.
Okay.
So if we can upgrade, then we can go ahead and look at things like that, which we don't do
Okay.
right now. But future things that we're looking at too is not only our transformers, but potential backup energy systems for one reason or another. We know some things are coming down the pike, and as everybody is talking about electric vehicle charging stations.
Right.
Now, we have already looked, and there's a group looking for GRF, but we want to look at within Third. And one of the reasons we say that is there's an article that's published by the Rutgers, and they interviewed the Ford Motor Company executives,
Right.
and they said by 2022 they're going to produce 40 electric and hybrid vehicles. Out of that, 16 are going to be total electric. The rest are going to be hybrids.
Right,
This also
right.
includes pickups. Okay, so we know that we're going to have to be changing gradually
Right.
somewhere down the line. So how do we want to accommodate that and put it in our plan so we can financially handle it?
Well, when it comes to the charging stations, I know with the Energy Task Force, are you looking at all this together with these? I know this is just starting,
Sure, sure.
but what would these be just for Third, or are you looking for Third and United? Because if you put them somewhere, unless it's in the third story, the 3-story buildings and below, if they're out somewhere else, who's to say that someone else is not going to come and use that? So is this going to be all
Oh, that's
for
true.
one?
There are safeguards and ways of
Yeah,
doing that.
right.
Like you can run leads. You may have a strip card that identifies you solely, and that
Okay.
will charge you for whatever you're
Okay.
using in your vehicle. So there are things like that already out there being worked on.
Right.
Okay. As far as a total plan for the village, don't know at this time if there's going to be one, but United's going to have to deal with this from their side. We're
Yeah,
dealing with it from
yeah.
our side. So it's quite a comprehensive thing to try to go through.
Yes, it is.
Because it's coming at us like a freight train.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, you're right. If you just see how many more people are driving vehicles like this
Yeah.
just in the last 3 years, I'm sure it's probably doubled. It's going to double again and again and again, even at a more rapid rate.
Well, the closer we get to 2022, where many of the automobile manufacturers are going to be producing electric and hybrid
Right.
vehicles, it's going to put it out there where, what are you going to buy? You're going to buy a gas vehicle, you're going to buy electric.
Yeah,
You know, and then they'll become more scarce, and I'm talking about the gas vehicles.
yeah.
So there will be a transition period there, and we're going to have to be able to accommodate
Right,
it.
right. All right, Water Committee.
Okay, water rates on the horizon are going to be going up. We already know that. We've had people from the El Toro Water District come in and talk to us. They've told us, for instance, like the way they calculate how many gallons per person in a household, it's a little over 1.5. And they allocate 55 gallons per person, okay, per day. We know that in the near future, that's probably going to go down to 50 gallons per person per day. And as we get farther out, it'll probably go down lower than that. But for us on the board, we allocated $2.7 million this year. And we're going to be real close to that. We don't want to see that go up anymore, so we have to take steps to try to even that out if we can, make it level or bring it down a little bit, so under 2.7 million.
Okay.
So we're having to look at things like taking grass out in certain areas, putting in plants that are drought tolerant. Okay, so we're developing plans like that along the way. And even some residents have given us some ideas how we can approach that in different ways. So
Okay.
that's all being considered right now. Other things are internal to a household. Can you get these heads that you can push a button on it on your shower head, and while you're soaping off, it doesn't shoot out any
Right,
water.
right.
Okay, those are already available.
Yeah.
There's like 6 different styles over at Home Depot.
Right.
Is it better to take a shower or take a bath? It's really, if you're in and out, showers are by far the best.
Right.
So things like this, and it's going to take an education process on all of our parts, because even though we're out of a drought situation, it's still they're going to be imposing limits on us. So we got to get used to this whole, possibly a new way of life as it deals with water.
Okay.
So,
All right. And also board openings are coming up.
yeah. This fall, starting in July, people can make application to run for a
Okay.
third mutual board. Right now, there are going to be 3 positions that are up either for renewal of someone or just for new people.
Okay.
And Rosemary, our president, for instance, has to rotate off, so that's one position that's definitely going to be open. Possibility of another one that'll be open. So we'll see where it goes from there. But I want to encourage people to take the time and really become engaged in your community, and come in July and pick up an application and see what's there.
Okay. Very good. And you know, now's the time people want to think about, at least start to look and go to some of the meetings and such,
Yes.
and see what it involves.
Yeah.
That's probably the best step, and you
Oh,
got
absolutely.
time to do that.
Get on committees if you can too.
All right. Anything else you'd like
So-
to add for today?
That's it for today. Hopefully Rosemary will be back at a future time and cover some more subjects.
All right, Steve. Thank you. Always good to
Okay.
see you. We'll be right back.
This is how we burger, brew, and cue. Pick a town. Arrive hungry, real hungry. Start with a massive burger. Charred, juicy. Add bacon, a buttery bun, piled high. Serve it up. Wash it down. Creamy, hoppy, fruity, malty. We're not done yet. Q-time, deep fried, sauce soaked, pork ribs, meaty, tender. I'm full. Where to next?
All new Burgers Brew and Q, Tuesday at 9. Cooking Channel. Stay fired up.
I'm Wendy Miller, your Smiley Realtor with RE/MAX and your Laguna Woods real estate specialist. I'm here today with the first of my 7 home selling tips for seniors. Some seniors prefer to rely on the real estate agent who has sold the most properties in their neighborhood. Others seek the most often recommended from family and friends. The right professional will ask questions about your future goals. He or she will help you decide upon a realistic listing price and answer all of your questions promptly before asking you to sign a listing agreement. Give me a call and I will help you make the right move.
I'm Dr. Leif Loberg, and I want to welcome you to our brand new facility here in Laguna Woods. We've been serving the community since 2006, and we're super excited to bring you an awesome team of doctors, Dr. Jackson, Dr. Asaturians, Dr. Vian, myself, here to serve you in our brand new state-of-the-art facility. Call us in the morning and we'll get you in the same day, guaranteed.
Having great home care is as easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm Lori Renaud with Acticare Responsive In-Home Care. We can provide the perfect caregiver for you to receive exceptional care in the comfort of your home. Step 1, call to schedule a care consultation. Step 2, meet with a registered nurse in your home. Step 3, start receiving care. Aging doesn't have to be difficult. Call today to get the help you deserve.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cartmart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Car here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cartmart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
And I'd like to welcome from our wonderful village library, our wonderful Eileen Ordway. And really, you are here as kind of a representative of all the great volunteers that are at the library.
Yes, absolutely. We have 70 volunteers right now. We're open 5.5 days a week, 2 3-hour shifts a day. We need 5 people just to man the front desk on each one of those shifts.
Okay.
So when somebody walks into the library, hopefully they're greeted by smiling faces. The first person greets and they make sure people sign in.
Okay.
They check on their DVDs. They make sure all the pieces are there or the discs are there, make sure they worked okay. Then we have somebody who checks them into the system. Then the next step is shelving, making sure everything gets back in the proper places, and we have a checkout station, and so we rotate through those 3-hour shifts so everybody has a chance to do every job.
Okay.
And then the supervisor who just takes care of some tougher problems and adds new members into the system.
Counts the jigsaw puzzle pieces to make sure they're all there.
Yeah, we threaten that, but
Yeah.
we rely on the people who bring them back to say if there's anything missing.
Yes.
So our volunteer numbers fluctuate. People get sick, they decide to move closer to family, and so sometimes we're looking for new people.
Okay.
And if somebody who's, we just had an article in the Globe, and our personnel director, she also works a shift Monday afternoon. She writes an article for the Globe every month, and she said we're looking for a cheerful spirit, welcoming smile, some knowledge of a computer, and legs to carry you to and fro through the library. And I think I'd like to add to that we do need some people who can commit to the 3 hours, but I'd like some people who are interested in doing a little bit more, maybe becoming a supervisor.
Okay.
And the supervisor isn't like cracking the whip on the people. The people know what to do. So it's more learning a little bit more about the system, being able to handle problems for people if something's missing or they don't get it back on time, or answering questions on the phone. And then people who might be interested in learning more about our computer system, I'm looking for somebody to do quality control of the data that's in there.
Yeah.
So if anybody'd be interested in volunteering, when I was working full time, I always thought, people would say, oh, what am I going to do with myself? And I'd be like, I would be thrilled to just sit and read my books for all day long. But then you realize you can't just do that.
Yeah.
And so it's so nice to have something to get you, that you go to every week for a couple hours, you meet new people. Of course, we're talking, we're not the quiet library, but you make friends. And so I'm hoping that people will be interested in coming and helping us out at the library.
All right, so if they're interested, they can stop by or give you a call. Right?
They can call, but we have a little application to fill out where you can say, what kind of things did you do in the past? What shifts are you interested in? If there's any backroom activities you'd like to be involved in.
Okay.
And then our personnel director, Dee Tucker, she would contact you and get things set up, and we'd have a training session.
All right, very good. So give that a try. There's a lot of good people over there.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, a lot of good books too, and we're going to talk about a couple categories. We have photos of these, and one it has to do with baseball books and DVDs. And then, as I mentioned earlier, this time of the year, travel.
Right. Yeah, definitely. People who have children, you're always going to think summer's travel season. Now, when you're retired, you can go anytime, but that's what brought it to my attention. But just a year and a half ago, we really upgraded our travel guide section. We have 42 new books. We have Rick Steves books, Lonely Planet, Eyewitness Travel, Voters, a lot of them. We have perennial favorites like Western European countries, Israel, Costa Rica, but we have some of the newer trip destinations like the European cruises. We have a book just on to help you choose those. And St. Petersburg, apparently that's like the new hot place. People are going on cruises and go to St. Petersburg. And then just in the last 6 months, we've gotten about a dozen more new books. Serbia is one, and then some deep dives into some popular cities like Barcelona and Prague.
Okay.
So
very good.
Yeah, so if anybody's planning a trip, they can do that. But if you're like, a little bit hesitant or stressed out about the hassle of traveling, we have over 300 DVDs that are travel. So if you go in our DVD section, look for travel, that's the code. We have things from, again, Rick Steves, the Discovery Channel. We have the train travel ones that are really popular. So just follow along the train routes. Yeah. Great Wonders and Splendors of the World. And any country you can imagine, we have a travel DVD with the highlights of those destinations.
All right, that sounds like a lot of fun. And the other ones that you have here, baseball, of course.
Right. When you come into the library, you face the front desk, but if you take a right and go into the proper, one of the first sets of shelves we have is all our new books. And just to the left of that, we have a set of shelves where we have staff recommendations. And every month we're trying to highlight some type of theme with books that kind of got buried in the stacks that people might forget that we had. So this month, even though we're a little late for opening day, we chose baseball because we have quite a few books and DVDs on baseball. So like one of the recent ones we got is My Dad Yogi by Dale Berra. We have Inside the Empire, the true power behind the New York Yankees. And The Best Team Money Can Buy, the Los Angeles Dodgers' wild struggles to build a baseball powerhouse. And DVDs, we have Take Me Out to the Ball Game with Frank Sinatra, Gene Kelly and Esther Williams, Damn Yankees with Bob Fosse, Gwen Verdon, and Tab Hunter. And of course, we have things like The Natural and Field of Dreams and League of Our Own, For Love of the Game. So, so stop in and check out our staff recommendations.
All right, very good. And once again, if you would like to go over there and join them and help out, please give them a call.
Especially to come in, talk to people, see what it's
really
like. You don't have to apply. You can follow somebody around and ask some questions. We'd be happy to talk about why we love the library.
All right, they're very nice people over there. Thank you very much for coming on.
Ken.
We'll see you next month.
Ken. Okay.
And, we'll be right back.
All right.
The foundation of Laguna Woods Village is unique in the nation in serving its senior population, our friends and neighbors, with temporary financial assistance. Your donations assist Laguna Woods residents in maintaining their quality of life by providing help with medical bills, food, respite care, Meals on Wheels, and other emergency needs. With village support, the foundation continues to help our residents. Can we count on you to donate?
I'm a strong believer that there's something for everyone out there. But some people never stop searching. I've looked long and hard through these parts, and I thank my lucky stars I stumbled across a special place, a unique place, where you never know what you'll find. The Trading Post, only on Channel 6.
Thank you for joining us. Today I have Dr. Lillian Gibbs, who is a pediatric radiology specialist, and she's going to talk to us about pediatric imaging. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, pediatric imaging, how is that different when you the different needs that children have for that?
Yeah, children are not young adults. They have different medical conditions. They're smaller in size, which means their structures are smaller, so they need special techniques sometimes to be able to see these structures. And kids are anxious, so we put them in a magnet or a scanner, and they're gonna start moving. So we have to have certain procedures to keep them at ease, to be able to image them. Also, kids are more susceptible to radiation.
Okay, and how is it that they're susceptible to radiation more so than an adult?
Yeah, well, their cells are still growing, and they have many years to come, so there is more time for the radiation effect, if there is any, to show up.
Okay, all right. And then what is the most common imaging that's done in pediatrics?
We do all kind of imaging modalities in kids, the same as an adult. However, they're done a little bit differently. We have to do them in a certain way that is tailored to the size of the patient. And for example, for an MRI, we have to do certain protocols that are minimized for the attention of span of the kid to be shorter.
Right.
But the most common exam that we do, particularly in outpatient imaging, is an ultrasound, because there is no need for sedation and there is no radiation involved.
Tell me what kind of training the radiologists have to go through.
Well, pediatric radiologists are doctors that graduated from medical school. They completed a residency in radiology, and then they had advanced training into pediatric radiology. So it's a long training to get where we are.
What are some of the things that you guys have to do?
It's very important to talk to the kids and to their parents ahead of time before you do a procedure. It takes a little bit longer than an adult procedure because you have to talk to them, put them at ease, explain to them the procedure. And sometimes we have to go faster, sometimes we have to go slower, so it depends on each modality what we're doing.
Okay, all right, excellent. And there must be an age range for who can do it.
Well, we can do imaging from birth until 18 years of age.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even realize that up to 18 would use different types of.
Well, even up to 21 in certain conditions, in certain areas. RadNet do all ages, but for me, I put special attention between birth and 17 years of age.
Okay, all right, excellent. And then we were talking about the training that the radiologists have to go through when handling children, but there's obviously something more beyond that, different types of things that they would be trained to look for in the images.
Yes, like I said, the kids have different pathologies. So if you don't know the pathology, you don't know what you're looking for.
Right.
And so we have to be trained to look at certain things that are different than adults. Yeah, it's a totally different way of approaching the exam.
Okay, and I understand that you're very busy with children coming in, and what are some things that you would like to tell parents about what they can do beforehand or how to help their child at ease?
Well, it's important that for the parents to tell their doctor to send their child to a center that is specialized or experienced with imaging kids,
okay,
and have pediatric specialists that will read their exams.
Okay, perfect. Is there anything else?
I guess this is what our commitment as pediatric radiologists is for children.
Right.
And I hope all children get the best of care.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And remember, if you would like any information about what we've just talked about today, you can always go to radnet.com.
I had been with another hospice for my husband, Ed. After about 2 months, I thought, they're not doing much for me. So I went to the computer and brought up the list of hospices, and there was OC. Their response was immediate. They did everything. They had all their ducks in the row, and that's what I was looking for. It was comforting till the very end, and then at the very end, the last 3 days, it was continuous care, and nobody ever left him.
Hi everybody, I'm Sean Thomas. Welcome to Sports Talk. Come join me here every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. for sports highlights, tournament news, and interviews for Laguna Woods residents and around the world. Hey, maybe even Broadway. It's a beautiful day for a ball game. Put it on your calendar. Thursday mornings, a great way to start your day with me and the Sports Talk way. Or even a triple's okay. I'll see you then.
And with me right now from the Christian Women's Connection is Yvonne Church. Welcome. Nice to have you here today. It's always a pleasure.
It's nice to be here.
And we are talking about your upcoming meeting, which is not this week, it's next week, meaning it's Tuesday, May 21st at Clubhouse 7 at 11:45. And we were just talking because one of their special guests is going to be Penny Lambright, who's been on our program in the past, of clutter cleaners. And we were just thinking, like, that's something we need, but it's so hard.
It is very difficult to do. And Penny's been there before, and she gives you a handout. And so you go home and you think, okay, I'm going to really do this, because she has a lot of aid in that handout. But you can't do it. It's just something that you have to think about, and then you think, no, I can use that. I'll use that again. Right. So it's good, and the concept is great, and she's really good in her presentation, but it's a tough thing to do.
You know, it is, and I was telling her, you know, we can barely get through our garage with all our stuff. Yeah. And I'm sometimes that way, because I'll do building projects and I'll have pieces of wood and I'll keep them somewhere. Yeah. And you know, Matt, maybe a year and a half later, it's like, wow, I needed this one little, instead of buying a big thing. Yeah. I know. You feel like you're going to use it.
You really do.
She can help out in some ways.
She can. She really does. And she has a lot of hints on what you can do and you can do now.
All right. Now, who is Judy Stapp? I know she's been in your meetings before, right?
Yes. Judy Stapp is more like a motivational speaker. Okay. And she's going to talk about we are all mothers at heart, and the title of her presentation is Love Like a Mother. Okay. And she'll spend a half hour in her presentation, and it's very informative, and it's very good. It makes you feel so good when you leave. Yeah. It really is inspirational.
Now, can anybody come to this meeting?
Yes, anyone can come. We really would welcome reservations.
Because you have the luncheon.
Yes, we have a luncheon that goes with it. And first we have the special feature, which is clutter cleaners, and then we have lunch, and then we have our guest speaker, which is Judy. So we would like the reservation, because in order to make the food, and to know how many people are going to be there, and to set up the tables and the chairs and et cetera, we need to know the number.
Okay, now it is $14 per person.
It is.
And I'm going to give you a number. It is on the screen, but you're going to call Joe Hendredine at 949-939-2431 to make your reservation. And as far as paying, do they pay when they get there?
They pay when they get there.
Okay, that makes it easy.
Yes, and one nice thing about this committee is you don't have any dues for the year. Okay. There are no dues that are essential. It's just you pay for your lunch as you go, and you make your reservation, and you pay when you get there.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Now, in addition to this, or in addition to the lunch and the speaker, you have door prizes as well?
Yes, we do. For some of the door prizes are some people who are there for the first time. They get to stand up, and then they get a prize. And then they'll give some questions out, throw them out to the audience, and the first one that has the answer, they get a prize. So it's throughout the meeting that there are prizes that they are awarded.
Good, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
And also we want to mention that if you want to get involved with their Bible studies, you have that on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, right? Right. And when are those? What times?
I'm not sure of the time on those, and I don't have them on my card here, but I think they're in the morning, and they're at someone's home. I'm pretty sure it's like 9 or 10 or something like that. But they could find that out if they would attend one of the meetings. All right. And they could sign up for it, and they'd be all set.
All right. It should be a lot of fun.
It is.
And again, that is next week. That is Tuesday, May 21st at Clubhouse 7 at 11:45 a.m. To about 1:30. Please contact them ahead of time, and that way they know how many people are going to be there, primarily for lunch. So you see the number on the screen, but again, there's a couple numbers on there, but the top one, calling Joe at 949-939-2431, give that a call and let them know.
That's perfect.
All right, good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Are your hearing aids not working as well as you'd like? The person who programs your hearing aids is way more important than how much you spent on them. The good news is that we can help. I'm a retired electronics engineer who will precisely reprogram your hearing aids to your unique hearing loss. If that doesn't give you significantly better hearing, I won't charge you a dime. You have nothing to lose and better hearing to gain. So call Hearing Remedy right now and ask for your personal better hearing appointment.
Welcome back. I have with us today in studio Morgan Fundingsland, and she's here with us with the Kind Nest Foundation. Well, welcome. It's so nice to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
So the Kind Nest Foundation, now as we were talking beforehand, a little bit different name.
Yes.
So tell me what the Kind Nest Foundation means.
Well, Kind Nest Foundation is a name that my mother came up with. She was pretty, she follows me a lot on what I do, and we speak daily. Okay. And we had started this club, and at first we called it a different name. It was called El Toro Exchange because it was at the high school.
Right.
And it was kind of confusing to the community and to the students, and I couldn't figure out how to make it a name that, you know, it wouldn't confuse anyone. And my mother came up with a Kind Nest. It's in your classroom, and what it's about. And so there it is.
So it's being kind to people, and the nest, as you had mentioned, is the classroom. So first of all, tell me what kind of foundation it is.
We actually started it from a club, a school-based club, and we received donations actually from your community and this community, and pretty soon started to expand. So we thought we would make it into a nonprofit so that we can give thank you receipts and letters, and also to be able to expand to other schools and other organizations.
What kind of donations do you actually take?
So we take clothing, we take accessories, we take shoes, school items, any necessities that a high school age student would need. That's really our focus, is helping those students and those kids that might otherwise not have the resources to attend school or to maybe go for a job interview, get into the career field. So we focus on that, and that's really our foundation, our base to this. And the reason we expanded was that we thought, you know, if we turn into a nonprofit, we'll be able to expand and offer scholarships for students to maybe, not everyone wants the same thing in life. So if we can actually give them that support to be able to maybe go to a vocational school or to be able to buy books for whatever they need. So we thought we would do some scholarships for that as well. So that's what we're focusing on.
That's perfect, because then, like you said, you can help any child that might need a varying type of help. So So you take clothing, and you said that our community has donated. So what are some things that you've received from Laguna Woods Village?
Well, Laguna Woods Village has been very, very generous. We've received a lot of clothing items, shoes, school items, small trinkets and whatnot. And what's happened is once we do open this once a month free shopping for the kids to come in, it allowed all our kids, no matter who they are or what financial need or background, they all enjoy coming in, and it creates a community. And so they pick out whatever they need or want, and that's how that's helped us. And some have also donated to our scholarships that we will be offering hopefully within the next year.
Oh, okay. So now you're talking about scholarships that they would go towards college, or how would you plan that out?
What I would like to focus on is careers in or vocational skills. I think, you know, we have a lot of opportunities for colleges today. Vocational skills is what I would like to focus on. These kids, you know, that want to go into, you know, construction, or, you know, one wants to go into becoming a plumber, or those kind of skills that we still need and always will. So I want to be able to help them. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then you mentioned that you guys took a year off.
That's right.
And you went to India.
Mhm.
So what inspired you guys to do that?
Well, my husband's job took us there, and I, of course, picked up the family and we went with him. And I took a year and did a lot of charity work, and with my daughter. Actually, she was able to raise money. I think she was 12 years old at the time, and she raised money for the orphanage, and really, really took a liking to that. And so when we returned, she wanted to continue that and saw that, you know what, Mom, there might be a need here as well. Not so much as an orphanage, but there's always children that need help.
Okay, all
and
right.
Support.
So what are some of the things that you're looking for now? I know you said donations of money towards the scholarships. Anything else in particular? I mean, it's a seasonal kind of thing too sometimes, right?
Exactly. I mean, we do a once a month opening.
Okay.
And it's called a free shopping event.
Okay.
And where the kids come in and they shop for free. It's kind of, I want to say, like a free thrift store.
Okay.
So, and they love it.
Okay.
They love it. So they come in, and without the support of the administration at my school and our district, I don't think I would be able to do this. So they're very, very supportive. They bring balloons, and they come in and visit. They go with the kids, and they pick out stuff for each other. They've even picked out stuff for me, which I'm very grateful, because it's open to everybody.
Right.
And they actually love that. What's happened, and the best part of it, is that being a special education teacher, I have a lot of my students are involved in preparing these openings. So they're learning skills as well. They're learning organizational management and retail and how to fold and how do you hang this up, Mrs. Funningsland?
Right.
And now they're actually, you should see it. It's amazing. They organize it, and now they know how to fold. And no, you didn't fold that right. And they really take pride in what they do. And actually, one yesterday told me, I can't believe it, Miss Funningsland. My grades are so good.
Aww.
I know. And I thought, because we just had our finals, and she said, my grades are so good. And I think it's because I'm so involved in the club that I want to do better. And I'm so proud of myself. And I said, well, of course, you're wonderful. And, you know, doing kind things for others really brings out the best in you and in people. And so.
Well, and that's where your Kindness Foundation is coming kind of a twofold, right? You're helping your students who are learning things, and then you're also giving back to the community. So that's perfect.
It's just, it's getting its own legs, and I do as I'm driven to do. So that's, you know, I never sit and plan it. It just happens.
Right.
And, and I'm grateful.
So it's open once a month.
Correct.
And then is there any particular day of the month that you do it?
I let the kids decide.
Okay.
And we always have a theme.
Okay.
And I let them choose. And it's really something that I let them run.
Okay.
And I just advise.
Okay.
And just keep organized, and I'm more their assistant now.
Yeah.
And this is what I've always wanted to happen is, these kids, they love it. And now we've expanded to other schools as well.
Oh, so what other schools are you involved with?
I'm working with a teacher that teaches in Santa Ana.
Okay.
And so she is actually starting this and trying to get her administration to support this as well.
Okay.
And then once we get that, then we can start.
Oh, that's nice, because then they could actually turn it into a nonprofit as well. But
That's
they
right,
start
they
out as a
could.
club first.
Exactly.
Okay.
Or they could just extend it from, that's why we did the nonprofit, so then it could be the Kindness Foundation Club in the school in Santa Ana.
Okay.
And also in LA.
Well, that's perfect. Well, thank you very much for the information. And then if somebody wanted more information, they can go to the kindnessfoundation.org. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, good. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you
and good
so
luck.
much. Thank you.
And if you want to donate any items, including cash for their new scholarships, you can find out all the information at thekindnessfoundation.org. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm John Bowser Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha Na Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village Television. Grease for peace.
Ray and I are standing in front of a digital sign that we hope serves as a deterrent against speeding vehicles, and also just to make our residents aware of their speed wherever they may be. We try to position these throughout our community, around curves, in downhill sections, and again, just to remind our folks to take it easy, to watch the posted speed limit, and as you can see here on this one, the posted speed limit is 25 miles an hour. And Ray, I'm sure that you see quite a few speeding violations in your traffic hearings.
Absolutely. We have an average of like 14 people in the morning that come in for traffic, and at least 3 of the 14 are there for speeding.
There was a speeding vehicle, I believe, driving 37 in a 25, which is excessive. Now, this was a straightaway, and that is unsafe. Just add the additional conditions of maybe it's dark out, poor lighting, the roadways are wet, you're on a curve, you're coming downhill, there's pedestrians out. There's a variety of issues that we need to take into consideration of. Bottom line is, let's take it nice and slow. Be aware of your surroundings. Again, know your limitations. When you're driving fast, you need to recognize that your ability to brake is going to be severely impacted as well.
#1 choice for wood flooring and more is LA Carpet.
Now during their 2-day sale, visit their showroom now and get 65% off wood flooring, laminate, and waterproof flooring.
Plus, get 5-year, 0% financing.
Carpet, #1 for you.
And our movie today is called Spider-Man: Into the Spider-Verse. This came out last year. This is all animated and was quite popular, so much so and quite well received. It won the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. Very different kind of animation. As you can see, it kind of combines old and new, and this is really about an alternate universe where there are different Spider-Man. So this young teen, he becomes Spider-Man of his reality, crossing his path with 5 counterparts from other dimensions to stop a threat for all of these realities. He is in New York struggling with school, friends, and to be on top of that, being the new Spider-Man. He's trying to put it all together. When he comes across Peter Parker, the erstwhile savior of New York, in the multiverse, Miles must train to become the new protector of his city. So a really good, very well done. I haven't seen this. I've seen good parts of trailers and things. But as I said, this won for Best Animated Feature. Very different kind of look and take on Spider-Man. And that will be today at 2 o'clock and at 6 o'clock. Then on Friday, we have the movie called The Sisters Brothers. And this takes place in 1851. And the reason it's called this is their last name are sisters, and it's 2 brothers. So that's hence the title. And the stars John C. Reilly and Joaquin Phoenix, Jake Gyllenhaal. And the sisters find themselves on a journey through the Northwest, bringing them to the mountains of Oregon, a dangerous brothel in a small town of Mayfield, and eventually the gold rush land of California, an adventure that tests the deadly family ties that bind. So this is kind of a Western, but also it's got a little bit of a comedy adventure in it as well. And it's rated R mainly for the violence in it. And that will be coming up on Friday. So there you are. Those are our 2 movies coming up. And I do want to remind you that the Hearing Well Club will be having their Hearing Tech Expo tomorrow, Tuesday, May 14th at 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock over in the Performing Arts Center, excuse me. And that will be in Dining Room 2. There's no charge, and they'll have expo bags for the first 200 attendees. All right, let's get to the weather, and a little fog out there if you're watching us in the morning today and tomorrow, and that'll give way to sunny skies, sort of like we had yesterday in the mid to low 70s over the next couple days. Really nice. As we get to Thursday, though, there's a pretty good-sized system that is going to be developing that could bring maybe up to a ½ inch of rain in this area, maybe even an inch of rain throughout Southern California So a good system as it looks like right now. It'll be hitting all of California, spilling over into Friday. Probably by Friday afternoon, we'll start to see a little sunshine. But you can see the temperatures really drop on those 2 days. But for the next few days, we'll be in the mid to low 70s, so pretty darn nice around Orange County today. Mostly in the mid 70s. Beaches are going to average about 68 degrees. And Palm Springs, very warm out there, 96 degrees. And even Lake Arrowhead, 68 is pretty warm for them right now. So good weather. I kind of like the coastal fog. The May gray in the morning will give way to a sunny afternoon. All right, we will see you tomorrow. We'll have Supervisor Lisa Bartlett on, Advanced Ear Care, and someone from the Orangewood Foundation. See you then.
Your attention. Please take down this number. Did you know that adults with untreated hearing loss experience a 30 to 40% faster decline in cognitive abilities and are more likely to develop dementia? Those with a mild hearing loss are 3 times more likely to have a history of falling. An annual hearing screening is urgent for memory care to help prevent cognitive decline and thus delay the onset of dementia. Free hearing checkups are now being offered free of charge. If you have not had an annual hearing exam, please take advantage of this free opportunity. If hearing loss is detected, hearing aids will be available to try for 10 days. Evaluations only take 30 minutes, but you must call for an appointment. Hearing screening is urgent for memory care. Please take preventive action. Call now